Now, part of my job of being the best online dating coach, I have to make guys more attractive because image is everything. And so recently I was on a call with one of my clients and he told me how he has a photo shoot in the next 30 days. And he asked me this one question: what actions could he do so much so these actions will have the biggest impact on his looks and totally transform the way he looks within 30 days or less? I sat back and I thought about it. I was like, what would I do if I had to get as attractive as possible in the next 30 days? And guys, I figured it out. Now, not only did he make a transformation, but if you pay attention to this video, you are surely gonna make a crazy transformation as long as you do exactly what I tell you and you take notes, all right? So without further ado, subscribe, like, let's go ahead and get right into it. Now, when it comes to making ourselves more attractive, one thing that people tend to overlook is from the sole fact is that being attractive, all it really means is showing positive health cues within these main areas, and that is our body, skin, teeth, and hair. Sure, we can go at a deeper layer looking at bones and genetics, but at the foundational level of attractiveness, all attractive people present positive cues within those main areas. And so with that being said, our plan of action here is to improve those main areas. That way we have the biggest impact on our looks within the next 30 days. So at first, let's talk about the teeth. So when it comes to teeth, there are two main ways we can fix this: braces, Invisalign, veneers, which helps with the shape and straightening of the teeth. However, we all know this is not going to take 30 days. In fact, it might take a few years and a lot of money. However, we have something else we can improve, and that is the whiteness of our teeth. Now, you might have tried whitening toothpaste, you might have tried these at-home whitening treatments and saw a little bit of results, but let me tell you, and this is a secret when it comes to the beauty industry, is that if you don't go in office, you're probably not going to get the best results possible. And so what we need to do is do a procedure called Zoom whitening. And actually, I'm going to show you right now how you can actually find this treatment within your local area for not the super expensive price that it usually goes for. And we're gonna use a platform called Groupon. So I'm gonna show you exactly right now how to find it. All right, so we're at Groupon.com. What you wanna do is type in your city. So I'm living in Orlando, Florida, so I have Orlando. And as we see right here, they're actually doing Valentine's Day sort of specials. Now, Groupon is a place where you can find pretty much deals in anything revolving around health and beauty. I even got my DEXA scan on Groupon for an amazing deal. But for this, we're gonna search Zoom whitening. And so if we see here some of these results, in office teeth whitening for a brighter smile, 143 or 179. And so we want to take a look at some of these and see what kind of comes up. So let's go ahead and click Dr. Kenneth here, right here. And so just so you guys know, Zoom whitening usually for one session tends to run anywhere from $400 to $500, sometimes even more depending on where you live. And so we have a coupon here for $179, originally priced $500. Now with Zoom whitening, let's make sure it's actually Zoom whitening and they're not giving us some sort of at-home take-home treatment. Zoom teeth whitening experience, professional teeth whitening with science formulate gel and light treatment. That's what we're looking for, the gel and light treatment. And this treatment usually lasts about an hour or so in office. So make sure to read reviews too to make sure that is legit. And honestly, this looks like something that I would probably buy. Now let's go to this one where we can compare. Gotcha. So they have different times. I would say at least 60 minutes is what we want to aim for. And this one's actually more affordable. So once you find the right dentist or somebody who you want to go to, you would just go to buy now. And then after that, you will present the coupon to them whenever you go in office and schedule the treatment. Now, what I recommend with Zoom whitening is that you do at least 2 of them. One, you're going to get results, but it might be like a 40% difference. However, with 2, you're noticeably going to have whiter teeth. So that's the first thing we need to do. So now that we got step 1 out the way, the next step in which we have to do in order to get more attractive in 30 days or less is have a foundational skincare routine with 2 active ingredients. You might be asking yourself, what is an active ingredient? Don't worry, I'm gonna explain everything within this right here. And be sure to subscribe if you're getting value from this, because nobody else is explaining this to the detail that I'm going through right now. However, actives are active ingredients that target a specific skincare problem. So the way I like to think about this is a foundational skincare routine. Think of it like a foundational workout routine mixed with compound exercises. Bench press, pull up, squat, lunges, dips, you get the point, right? That's our foundational movements. So for the foundation of the skincare routine, it's gonna be a cleanser and a moisturizer. That's pretty much it. However, the actives, the active ingredients we add into the skincare routine that target our specific problems in which we need to focus on. So for you, it might be acne, it might be dark spots, it might be wrinkles, it might be a combination of all those things tied together. So in a workout routine analogy, the actives will be the isolation movements. Okay, I need to work on my shoulders. Let me go ahead and do some more lateral raises. I need to work on my calves. I need to do some seated and standing calf raise, 10 sets every day, right? So those are actives, and everybody should have at least 2 actives in your skincare routine. So the reason why we need 2 actives is because we're gonna divide our skincare routine into day and night. So let me give you an example routine to follow. So a day routine might look like a cleanser, you then treat with your active. And by the way, active ingredients for the daytime could include vitamin C serum, a BHA, which stands for beta hydroxy acid. This might be like a salicylic acid of some sorts, which helps with dark spots and brightening your skin, or even serums that target a specific problem. And then after that, you're gonna follow up with moisturizing, and then lastly, SPF. Some moisturizers already have SPF in it, so you don't have to separate those 2 steps. Now the night routine would look like a cleanser, and then our night active ingredient is something that should be a little bit stronger and sensitive to the sun. And so for me, I usually use a retinol of some sort and or an AHA, which stands for alpha hydroxy acid, which is similar to a BHA. However, it's just in a more stronger format and in form. So that's something you don't want to use during the daytime. And you also don't want to mix actives with other actives. Got to be very careful about that. And so after the night active, usually retinol, I would then moisturize. And then that is a day and night routine using our 2 actives towards our certain goal. Now you might be asking, can I actually get results in 30 days or less by doing this? Absolutely, and it's primarily through the active ingredients. Now, if you want more info on active ingredients, I'm gonna leave 2 tables right here showing the difference between day active ingredients alongside with night active ingredients. That way you can just screenshot it and use it for later. Now, when it comes to your foundational skincare routine, remember, we want this as simple as possible, but it still has to work. And if you don't have one, what I highly recommend you use is Tiege Hanley. Now, Tiege Hanley is a foundational skincare routine that is meant for men. And personally, I've been using it since 2018, which is a long time to use any skincare product. Trust me. Now, the reason why I've used Tiege Hanley for so long is because it's simple, it's affordable, and best of all, it actually works. As somebody who goes to the gym fairly often, I find myself washing my face at least 3 times a day. Not only that, but I'm always moisturizing my skin, especially in the wintertime, because my skin has been drying out a lot more. And of course, we already talked about the importance of SPF and protecting your skin from future aging or sun damage. And to be honest, Tiege Hanley handles all these into one cohesive system. Now, if you're just starting out, I highly recommend you start off with level 2. Level 2 is going to give you everything you need to start. It's going to come with the wash right here, which you're going to use on a daily basis, morning, after the gym, and even at nighttime. And you're also going to get the eye serum. Now, this is a form of an active ingredient that's going to help lift those sagging eyes and remove those dark spots over time. Our AM moisturizer, which will be used in the daytime, which also has SPF in it. And then our PM moisturizer, and even the scrub, which you're gonna exfoliate your skin with. Now that might sound complex, but they actually come with this nice little card right here that will tell you everything you need to do in the morning and nighttime. So what you wanna do is use Tiege Hanley as a good foundation and maybe throw in some other actives in there that are catered towards your skin. And by the way, they do have acne systems, so if you are suffering from acne, they got you covered. So because Tiege is sponsoring the video, they have an amazing deal for you guys. You're gonna get 40% off your first box, 20% off for life, and then alongside with that, if it wasn't already better, a free gift. Simply a deal you cannot beat. And by the way, one of the free gifts is a manicure set in which I use on a weekly basis. It has nail clippers in it, toe clippers, and even tweezers for your eyebrows. So thanks to Tiege for sponsoring this video. Once again, I'm gonna leave the link down below. Be sure to check them out. So we talked about teeth and we talked about skin. Now we have to talk about a man's makeup, and that is our hair. Your hair can literally transform you for the better or for the worse within the next 30 days. Now, the first thing we have to do is figure out the right haircut. Basically, when it comes to a haircut, we want to follow this big rule. And that rule is we're gonna use hair to either enhance or hide certain features. So if you have a big forehead, we use our hair to hide that. If you have nice pronounced features, we use our hair to enhance that. For the most part, I found most guys will look the best universally with some sort of mid to low fade. as of right now. Of course, trends can change what people find attractive and what looks best, but universally, most guys will look best with some sort of mid or low fade. However, what I suggest you do is go to a decent barber. Stop going to these barbers who cost $20, $15 for a haircut and wondering why you don't look the best. It's because you get what you pay for. Go to an established, well-known barber who also works as a consultant for their clients and ask him this one question. You're gonna ask them, based on your experience, which hairstyle do you think would fit my face and head shape? Just ask him that question. He's gonna analyze your face, look at you, and try to figure out a style that works best for you. Doing this alone and investing in a great barber can completely change the way you look. Now, the next thing we're gonna use is enhancement. And so I know a lot of you guys might be balding or thinning. And so we're gonna use something called topic hair fibers to fix that. So topic hair fibers, all it is hair fibers that is gonna lay on your hair to enhance the density and the darkness of the hair. Now, what I like to use and how I use it is I got this little tool. It's really just a piece of plastic. I think they use it for painting or something, but you wanna find some sort of straight edge. It can be a piece of paper, it can be a card, whatever. And then, assuming that you have a straight hairline or some sort of hairline, you then put this on the top of your hairline and then spray, keep the spray about 6-7 inches away, and spray an even coat of the hair fibers on your hairline to enhance the darkness. Now, you wanna look at where you're thinning or balding at, and remember, this is just enhancement. Think of this like male makeup. And so some of you guys might be thinning at the crown area right here. So if your crown is thinning, you're gonna get a mirror and then just spray the hair fibers in the back like that. Also, you wanna make sure that you get this nozzle attachment. That way you can spray it and not just pour it on yourself. And then when it comes to color, we wanna pick something that looks natural. So even though my hair is technically black, I get dark brown because it looks the most natural in comparison to a jet black. And then up next for our enhancements, we're gonna use Just for Men beard dye in order to either dye our beard or eyebrows. See, you guys ask me all the time, Austin, what do you do for your eyebrows? How do you grow your eyebrows? And yes, I've grown them over time by using minoxidil, by using these eyebrow products. However, when I know that I need to look my best, I enhance it with beard dye. And so this is Just for Men. It's very simple to use. You're gonna mix both the color base and alongside with the color developer. Mix it, put it on your beard a little bit, and then after that, you're gonna spread it on your eyebrows for max 3 to 5 minutes. It's gonna get really dark. Then afterwards, you're gonna rinse it off, and you're gonna notice that you're gonna look totally different in the best way possible. Women have been doing this forever. I guarantee you, women who you find really attractive, do this, swipe her eyebrow, you probably, something's gonna come off. And that's because they enhance their eyebrows because they know the importance of dense eyebrows in terms of how it frames our face, all right? So use those two products to enhance the hair, and I promise you, you're gonna see a massive difference. So now guys, we're missing one more area, and that is our body. Now, hopefully you guys are already working out. However, I can guarantee you, you're probably not doing this one thing that will make the biggest impact in your looks in the next 30 days, and that is tracking your macros or your calories that are geared towards your desired goal, which I'd assume would be fat loss. Now, the reason why this is so important is because whenever you track your macros, you gain a simple awareness of how much you're eating, thus you can manipulate the macros to your certain goal. And remember, fat loss is fast. You can get ripped in 2, 3, 4 weeks. I promise you can. However, you cannot build a lot of muscle in 2, 3, 4 weeks. So that's the beauty with fat loss. If we actually track what we're eating, we pay attention to it, we go to the gym, we have our macros on point, we will get results. And so I've been tracking my macros forever. In fact, today I've eaten 1,130 calories, protein 87 grams, and there are plenty of apps in which you can do this. The one that I'm using right now is by Jeff Nippert, shout out to him. It's called Macro Factor, using it right here. However, there's also MyFitnessPal and another platform called Lose It. Pick which one you prefer the best. I like all of them, not gonna lie. They all do the same job pretty much, but Macro Factor, it tends to work more in a coach-like way versus the other ones, it's a little bit more figure out yourself. And so that's why I like Macro Factor. And they all start off with calculating your TDEE, which stands for your total daily energy expenditure. We need to know this because if we don't know how much we're burning, we don't know how much to eat. Now, your TDEE is gonna be pretty much a guesstimate at first. However, when we weigh ourselves every single morning on the daily, we can then sort of manipulate the macro structure based upon our progress. However, if you're in a deficit of 3, 5, 600 calories a day, you're good, honestly. And as long as that protein is high, then you're not gonna lose a lot of muscle either. So here's the exact game plan. We need to aim to lose 3 pounds a week. 3 pounds a week. So that means our daily deficit is gonna be 1,500 calories a day, which might sound like a lot, but if we want results, it's totally possible. And our totally weekly deficit is gonna be 10,500 calories. And so remember this too, when it comes to 1% body fat loss, that's around 1 to 2 pounds. And so you could lose 10 to 15 pounds in a single month or in 30 days. If the macros are right, including the protein, that will equate to a 10 to 15% body fat reduction alongside with muscle retention. So hypothetically, you could be 20% body fat right now and get to 12% body fat in 1 month if you track your macros, was in a daily deficit of 1,500 calories per day. And alongside with that, you went to the gym. And then also, might I mention, walk 10 to 15,000 steps per day to achieve the goal even faster without doing any crazy cardio or exhausting HIIT cardio. Nothing like that. Just walk 10 to 15,000 steps per day. And guys, I promise you, if you follow these steps, if you actually paid attention, took note, went to Groupon, got the teeth whitening, went to Amazon, went to the store, got the beard products, went to your barber, asked him, and started tracking your macros, you'll be a completely new person in the next 30 days or less. I guarantee it. Once again, thanks to T Shanley for sponsoring this video. If you want an amazing foundational skincare routine, then be sure to check the link down below, and I'm gonna see you guys in the next video. Peace.